Ciao, io?
Mr. Konte, this is Daniel Levy. We need you here in Tottenham right away. We need you to rebreathe this dying team. Do you have the power to do so?
Before I get started talking about content Tottenham, let's talk about my channel. If you enjoyed this silly animation, please consider subscribe to my channel. You know there are many FPL channels out there, but no one is unique and different like mine. So subscribe to get more and press the like button, it will help a lot. I have also Twitter and Instagram under the same name, FPL Animate, so go check them out as well. So, Conte came to Spurs to give the team new blood and to find their way after 11 okay games this season. Spurs opened this season quite well with 3 wins in a row. The first one against Manchester City was pretty impressive, then Wolves and Watford. All games won by a single goal. In all of those games the opponent had more chances on goal, and by a miracle Spurs didn't concede any goals. So if you take a look at the first 2 games, Manchester City and Wolves combined shot 43 times to Spurs goal. In this game Spurs play in 4-3-3 formation and with different defenders. Sanchez and Tanganga were playing those games before Emerson and Romero joined the team and replaced them in the starting lineup. You can say that because the players like Sanchez and Tanganga were part of Spurs team last year and they had already a chemistry with the other players, the Spurs were able to keep a clean sheet. And it can be true, but the numbers show the Spurs defense in those games was pretty soft and only Lloris and some miracles prevent Manchester City and Wolves to score. As the season proceeded and Emerson and Romero start playing week in and week out, Spurs defense collapsed and started to concede many goals. You can blame it on the new players who were not familiar with the system, lack of chemistry with the other players and the time it takes new players to adjust to the Premier League. They conceded in each game since game week 3 until the game against Everton, which was the first game under Konte in the league and the first time they changed the formation with only 3 at the back instead of 4. Considering the offense, Spurs score up until now only 9 goals in 11 matches, only Norwich score less than them. As you can see on the offensive column, Spurs controlled the game against Manchester United and Everton, but didn't manage to take any shots on target in both of those games. In a team who have Son and Kane, it's just not heard of, especially if you remember those guys last year and how many goals and assists they both have combined. So this is why Conte came, to make adjustment on defense, to play pressure and high balls and to get the offense on fire. And he sure got the fixtures to maintain his philosophy and get the 3-5-2 formation running, even though Spurs formation against Everton was 3-4-2-1. So the predicted lineup and the formation for the upcoming game should be like this. Lloris of course in goal. In the back you have 3 players with Romero, Dyer and Davies. Conte still examine each and every player to see if he is fit to his system. The way I see it, Dyer won't be in the starting lineup for much longer. He does too many mistakes and for my opinion he's just not made for the high levels Spurs are trying to get. Romero and Davies will probably maintain their spots in the starting lineup for now, but Conte have enough defenders to play around with Sanchez, Tanganga, Doherty, Rondon and even Sensogon when he come back. And he probably will try to bring some defender as well in January. But for now those are the 3 he went for the last game. On the midfielder you got Emerson and Reguilon as the wingers players. Albarak and Skip is the middle and Lucas Moura and Son both sides in front of Harry Kane. So in this part of the team I don't see Lucas Moura get many more chances, maybe until January as well, because we know Conte will try to get some new players and probably Moura, Dele Alli, Skip, Lo Celso and Brewin will pay the price and find themselves out of this team. So this is one formation they could play, the other one is 3-4-3, the way they play in their last conference match, or the classic 3-4-2. I'm sure Conte will play around with those formations as the season continues and he's got the fixture to do so as I mentioned before. So those are the matches Spurs have until game week 21. It can be a great run for them if everything drops in its place. They start with 3 of their 4 matches at home against teams like Leeds, Burnley, Brentford and Norwich. all bad defensive team and that it doesn't score much when they do score. Brighton, Leicester and Liverpool come up next, and by that time Konte should find the right players for this system, and we can see if changes do happen in this team and if it will be enough to face teams like Leicester and Liverpool. After that, Palace, Southampton and Watford can be great for Spurs, and if they will do well against the big teams, they should take those matches as well. So which players we should consider to bring in for the new Spurs team? Of course, the answer is quite clear, on defense and on offense as well. Reguilon and Emerson are the right choices now. Both seems to be nailed in each game, both will play as winger and both sides, and both of them are the best attacking defender in the team right now. As it's shown right now, Reguilon seems the wise choice. You know pretty much what you're gonna get from him, and his expected goal and assist are much higher than Emerson. And he's a good choice when you consider he only costs 0.1 more than Emerson, but Reguilon is not a finisher. You could have seen it in the game against Everton where he had few good chances inside the box and didn't make any of them into the target. Emerson on the other hand could be better on the attacking side. Judging from his last 2 seasons in Real Betis, he had last season an expected goal of 1.40 and expected assists of 3.20. Those are high numbers for a defender. And on this season before that he had even higher stats. Maybe he still adjusts to the Premier League and his role in the team, but he can be much greater choice than Reguilon as the season continues. In front it's all about who you decide to take, if not both. Kane is much more expensive and managed to get only 2 returns in 9 games so far. He just scored a hat-trick in England game against Albania, so you might think he's back in shape finally. Others will think that he liked to play for England and put more effort than he liked to play for Spurs right now. So it's meant to be seen which player we will see in the upcoming games under Konte. Son, on the other hand, took a step back in the last few games in the league. His numbers are good with 6 returns so far, but like Kane, it's not the numbers we used to see from him from last season. He seems right now like the better option, cheaper, get extra points for clean sheet and goals, and he seems much more committed to the process. Lloris seems a good choice for the first keeper as well, even with his high price. He started this season so well with 27 points in the first 3 games. Since then he didn't manage to keep a clean sheet until the last game against Everton. With Konte arrived, the defensive should look much better, and with the upcoming fixture we may see a lot more clean sheets for Spurs. So if the points from the goalkeepers are important to you like any other players, he can be right now the best choice for a keeper for your team. And that's about it. Thank you for watching my video. Do subscribe to my channel and give this video a big like. Not easy to make those videos on weekly basis, so appreciate the effort and show me some like. Goodbye for now and good luck to all.